Youssef Dib has landed, 2 days out, big fight, Wyllie versus Dib, Dib versus Wyllie, however you want to call it. Mate, welcome back to Brisbane, how's it feel?
Yeah, look, I feel like I'm back home again. This is sort of becoming a second home for me. I've done a couple of training camps here, obviously fought here the last time against Liam Wilson, so very comfortable being in Brisbane, very comfortable with the surroundings. You're surrounded by good people like Angelo DiCarlo and the DiCarlo family, so yeah, always feel very welcome here in Brisbane.
Mate, I want to talk about how this fight come about. Eddie and Steve spoke a fair bit about it before. When did you get the call up and, told about this 8 weeks ago, and how did it come to fruition?
Yeah, look, Billy Hussein obviously had a chat with Steve Della, and once Billy Hussein came to me with the fight, it's definitely one that I jumped at quite quickly. I've said in the past where sort of didn't feel like Jake was at that level that I wanted to fight against, but he proved himself against George Kambosos. He proved that he can hang in there with somebody who's world class, and so I'm looking to test myself, especially at this going back up to the 140-pound division.
I want to touch on something that happened last year in December, and I was there, I was a witness there in the morning. I don't think it really got spoken about a lot when you fought Liam Wilson, but it was very, very unfortunate what happened. You were in a tragic accident in Puerto Rico with us in the Paro team.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't have fought so soon. That was just my opinion. You got the call up to fight Liam Wilson in the rematch. You took it. Talk about exactly what happened in December and then the quick turnaround to fight Wilson.
Yeah, so obviously I was just on an amazing training camp with Liam Paro in the lead up to his world title defense against Richards and Hitchens. And whilst we were in Puerto Rico, I had a bike accident, falling off a bike because of a pothole, and unfortunately did a bit of damage to my face, got a few stitches, cracked a few teeth, had a pretty hard bang to my head. But look, when the opportunity came to fight Liam Wilson, it was just a fight that I truly believed that I could win, and it was something that I wasn't going to pass up. So regardless, despite my trainer Billy Hussein, despite my family, the doctors telling me that look, it's too soon after such a accident, you're not going to be able to spar properly, things like that, I wasn't ever going to let it be an excuse. I just went about my business, did what I needed to do, got as ready as I could, and obviously I was ready. So by proving myself in against a really world-class fighter in Liam Wilson. So those sorts of things, they happen to you, and they prove a little bit about yourself. Showed me a little bit about my resilience. And I know that I've got the goods to match it with the best. So I'm just looking at this next stage of my career. I need to show that I'm the best here in Australia.
Shout out to the boys that did that show, No Limit, at South Bank Piazza. Yeah. That was an amazing show that night.
Definitely was, yeah. Obviously in conjunction with Ace Boxing as well. Angelo DiCarlo, Glenn Hoskin, they put on an amazing show.
But when Eddie talks about this could be the domestic fight of the year, I think the domestic fight of the year so far is Wilson versus Dib too. Would you agree?
Yeah, well, I know that in Queensland, because they have a shorter year, or their year finishes in April, or whatever it is, they've already made it the fight of the year in Queensland.
Yeah.
So that's obviously a real honour, but I definitely believe that this fight has all the makings to match it. Hopefully with just a different result.
Mate, I had a catch up with Eddie yesterday for a couple of hours, and he dropped something in, and I just told Jake about it then, and he said to me, Noonan, the winner out of this fight could be in a mega fight overseas, either in the Kingdom, America, or the UK. Massive news, that waits ahead for you guys tomorrow night. On Saturday night.
Yeah, well, look, Eddie obviously has been true to his word in the past by getting involved with Fortitude Boxing, and I believe he will be true to his word that, once I win this fight, he's going to give me an opportunity. And it's just crazy how 9 months ago I was asking him for an opportunity in Puerto Rico, and now it's come back around, and it's just funny how life works. So this is my opportunity now to grab it with both hands and ready to do it on Saturday night.
Mate, you look super fit, just off weight. Must have been a very good camp. I know all fighters say every camp's been great, but you've rolled on from March.
Definitely. Look, I'm not going to lie to you and say to you that I've flogged myself this camp, because I know I've got the experience now to do these 10 rounds. We've been very smart with the body, sparred very well, been very calculated, and I'm ready to put on a show. I haven't left it in the gym, I'll tell you that much.
Mate, you've got one of the best trainers of men who I respect so much, Wyllie Hussein. Is there another man I respect very much, Alfie Di Carlo? Is there a chance that we might have the LPO Di Carlo maybe in the corner on Saturday night?
You know, obviously that would be an absolute honour. But you know, we have Wyllie Hussein, obviously Hassi Hussein, who's one of the greatest to come out of Australia. You know, very unlucky to not win a world title, but. Between them, they're definitely going to be in my corner.
Alf will be there, mate.
Alf will definitely be there. He's always in my corner, as is Angelo. You know, I love them to bits, and I'm really looking forward to putting on a great show, not just for my fans, but also my Brisbane family.
No worries, mate. Great to have you here, and we'll see you tomorrow at the weigh-in.
Thank you, Nick.